Okay, let's start to continue our class. Okay, the table desktop can be break down into three parts. Okay, just you can see here on the screen. After you open the table desktop software, then usually you have to create a new workbook. In Excel, we also create workbook, right? Excel, one workbook contains many worksheets. So in table desktop, also called workbook. And workbook, we create the worksheet first. Okay, after we connect the data source, then we start to create worksheet. The worksheet will display like chart or pivot table. After you create many worksheets, then you want to try to make connection between the worksheet. Okay, then we use the dashboard. Dashboard can let you connect the different worksheets that can provide some interaction, okay, to the user. After we finish the dashboard, then sometimes we can just go back to the worksheet to do some new worksheet or some modification or some change. After you finalize all the material, then you can start to build the storyline or the presentation. Okay, so presentation is storyline here. The function is very similar to PowerPoint. Okay, I think it's easy to learn. So we only spend a little time to explain how to use storyline. It's easy to understand. But the dashboard takes a little bit longer, but we spend more time on worksheet. Worksheet provides some many kind of function. So we start here. Okay. Let me put my earphone on. Okay. So we switch to our. Okay. It's very small label. When I move the mouse over the icon here, you can see a small, new worksheet. Yeah. The second one is new dashboard. And the last one, new story. Okay, so you can see here. Down below, bare button. I will let you see here. You can see there's some information about so far in this screen. They apply some 10 marks. 10 marks. Marks mean here. Here is marks. Okay, it's marks. And then row. How many rows and how many columns? In here is 1 row by 10 columns. Okay, and we use the cells as the measure. We sum the cells. Also provide the sales number, total number. So in the very bottom here is information. Sometimes you can take a look. Okay, what information is here? Okay, I think I switch to my material. Let's see. Okay, show me. Let's show me. Oh, show me. Okay, show me is on top. It's on top. Right here. It's on top. Show me. If you click show me, will show some chart that you can select. Okay, some chart you can select. Usually not all the chart you can select based on your column. You already okay, drag into the canvas. Because there are some mechanism in the Tableau desktop. They can make judgment which kind of chart or graph you can use. If you can use this kind of chart, then it will be, I think it's brighter chart. You can see this one is brighter. But you can see here, it's gray, okay? It means you do not, or you cannot use this kind of chart in, based on your current situation or the color you have to select in the canvas here. Take a look here. You can see dimension and measure. You can see dimension and measure with the different color. Color means something in Tableau desktop. Okay, especially in Tableau. Tableau is a visualization tool. Also, it's business intelligence tool. Color is very important feature. Anything wrong? No? Oh, okay. Dimension and measure. What does it mean? If you select this kind of chart or graph, the Tableau will suggest that you at least one dimension or more dimension and one or more measure. Yeah, each kind of chart will pop up different kind of suggestion. Yeah. When the information show up here, tell you one dimension, then in your on your canvas here, you should drag a dimension column into the column shape or row shape. Okay. One measure, then you have to decide to select one column that belong to the measure, or more column belong to the measure, then drag to the column shape or row shape. Either way, it's okay. It's okay. That's the show me. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, I would like to mention here. I already talked about the file that Tableau will set is workbook. The workbook have two kind of file extension. The first one is TWB. The second one is TWBX. Okay, TWBX is similar to the Tableau Prep. Tableau Prep, we can save flow file. The second one is the package flow file. The package flow file means it includes the data into the file. The data source include the data source in the flow file. In here, in Tableau desktop workbook, if you want to include the Excel file, text file, okay, or the table you already connect from database, you want to save into the same workbook, you can choose the TWX. If you choose this one, you send your TWX file to your colleagues or your classmates. They don't have to, don't have to find the data set again. It's already in the workbook. But you send them the TWB, they also need the data source. You have to send the data source. That's two different, okay? Any question? These two kind of file extension, TWB and TWBX. So I suggest you, in the final term project, you save file as TWBX. Okay. Okay. Worksheet. dimension measures, measure dimension. Okay, we take a little bit time to have more idea about the measure and dimension. Measure and dimension. Measure, okay, the measure is value, it's numerical number. Okay, we already applied the aggregate function in the table prep, right? We aggregate the value, we want to get the sum of the total, or we want to get average, or the maximum value, or the minimum value, etc. Sometimes you want to calculate, aggregate the statistical value, like standard deviation or variance. Yeah, that's statistical value. Oh, that's value. And the dimension is determined the level of detail. Here. Level of detail. This keyword, key concept, especially in Tableau, or maybe in Power BI. Power BI is the same or similar function, similar to the Tableau Prep, but it's provided by the Microsoft. Right? After you learning the Tableau Prep, I think you want to learn the Power BI will be more easier to learn the second software to do the same job, same thing. So just a little bit difference, okay? But most of the function is very similar. Personally, I have used both kind of software, okay? But I prefer the Tableau Prep because it provides more flexibility and more utility I can use doing the visualization. So level of detail is the dimension. Dimension sometimes is categorical. What is categorical? Categorical is discrete. The value is discrete. It's not. It's discrete. It's individual. For example, student name is dimension. Teacher name is dimension. Course name is dimension. Okay. Country name is dimension. The store name, company name, dimension. Okay, etc. There are many kind of dimensions. Even the time. The time is the dimension too. Yeah. We apply all the dimension is all perspective, all view to explain or understand the measure, to understand the value of measures. If we see only the number, we don't know what is it. Okay, well, it is sales value, but the value belongs to which customer or which product, yeah, or which sales create the sales number. So we need the dimension to describe it, right? Describe it. But dimension have low level of detail because in other way we have another term. Sometimes we call it hierarchy. Hierarchy. Does anybody hear this before? Hierarchy chart. Let me switch to another tool. I would like to take some time to explain the concept. Level of detail sometimes is called LOD. Level of detail. Level of detail means something from very, very detailed. Okay? Something like this. When we aggregate, as you remember, we aggregate. Right? From detail. Sorry. From detail. From detail record or detail data row or record. Right? At the bottom, then we aggregate to the top. Right? To the top. The level of detail At the bottom, we have details information, but at the top, we have summary information. Right? We have summary information. Let me make example. At the bottom, maybe we have product name. Different product name. Okay. We have notebook. Notebook is product. We have pad, or tablet PC is a product. We have server is a product. It's detailed information. We can make a category, means a subcategory. Right? Maybe have a different kind of category 1, subcategory 2, subcategory 3, etc. And each subcategory have some many product name. Right? Each subcategory then will belong to one category. Right? So it's like a hierarchy from bottom to the top. Have you ever seen the triangle shape? Okay, at the bottom is many different kind of detailed information, but very top, maybe only one group. Okay, in organization, also, the president is here, right? One president or one CEO in a company. Okay, then can break down into different departments. Okay, the CEO or president just like the top category. Then we can break down to subcategory, mean department, different kind of department, right? And department, each department has different member, right? The member is the product, just like a product here. So it's a hierarchy. Why hierarchy or the dimension have meaningful? Dimension, you have to organize the dimension into a hierarchy. In our data set, especially the Superstore data set, we have central store, east store, south store, and west store, right? Okay, we have different color here. Let me switch to the desktop. Then we have a clear understanding about what I'm talking about. You can see here, this one. Okay. This one is category, right? Let me see. You can see here, subcategory, right? Then we have the product name here, right? Product name here. So we have product name, we have subcategory, we have category. We can all of these three columns is dimension. We can organize these three kind of dimension into a hierarchy and into a low level of detail. Level of detail provide some function like we can aggregate number, then we can break down. From category to break down into subcategory, and can break down into the product name. Okay. So far, do you have any question about what is dimension or what LOD, level of detail? Okay, or the hierarchy. Okay, any question? Burning hands? No, Ajib? No. Okay. I will show you how to organize three columns into a hierarchy or LOD. Okay, let's switch to our material. Keep going. So this slide explain what is measure and what is dimension all about. Okay. The first slide here is one measure with two dimension. One measure is here. And the two dimension is here. The measure is cells. The measure is cells column. Okay, the dimension column is region and the year. Year of older day column. Okay, is the dimension. So in this case, we have apply two dimension and one measure. Okay, here's the one. Scroll down. Okay, basic chart. Bar chart. Okay, bar chart is the very basic one. Okay, I know we don't have problem at all. And another function here I want to show you is a little, toolbar. There's toolbar, a small icon, something like this one. Look very similar to the pivot. Yeah, pivot. Right? Row to column, column to row. Okay. In here, you switch the column and row. Also, we have column and row here. You can see here. Right? We have column shape, we have row shape. When you click the icon, means swap, will change. Okay, will change the position. The column from, maybe you can change it to the row and row to the column. And then the view or the graph, the chart will change, okay, simultaneously. Night chart, okay, this is night chart. Night chart is also easier to understand. We have seen this kind of chart many times. And discrete, okay, discrete, blue color, and continuous, green color. As I said, dimension has color. Dimension got color with blue color. The measure with green color. I think I have posted one picture this morning. I want to show you. Not here. Okay, here. Can you see the different color? The above, the top is green, is the blue one. The blue one is the dimension. It's dimension. And the bottom is the green one. Green one is measure, right? Measure. Then you can divide this kind into different kind of meaning. It's discrete or continuous. What do we mean discrete? Discrete, it means each value is separate. They do not have the third value between the two value in between. For example, if I say the let's say the iPhone. Okay, iPhone is discrete, right? And iPhone in this year, what version? The iPhone 13, right? iPhone 13. iPhone 13 have different kind of type. iPhone 13, iPhone Mini, iPhone 13 Mini, iPhone Pro, and Pro Max. We have three, right? We have three. So it's individual. There's no the other in between. Okay, that's separate or individual. That's distinct. Okay, but continuous. Usually there's some number between two values. The typical example is our body weight. Okay, if we measure our body weight, they always have some number, maybe okay, 40.5 kilo or 45 kilo. Okay, 40.5 or 41 and 41.2, 41.3. Okay, that's right. It always has some decimal number. Yeah, the decimal number. And also in the sales number, maybe have the decimal number in between. That's continuous. Right? So in continuous here, It means that without interruption, it can exist in any kind of number, right? Okay. So it's infinite range. Infinite range. Okay. Now, usually it's green pill. What is pill? Pill. Do you have any idea about pill? When you have a headache, what do you do? Take a pill. Does it look like pill? The shape look like pill. Yeah, look like pill. So you green pill and the blue pill. Yeah. Yeah, they look like a pill, right? So we call it blue pill and green pill. Okay. It's some kind of metaphor. Some kind of metaphor. So make it more interesting to remember. Green pill and blue pill. Okay. The green pill is continuous. The blue pill is discrete. Okay. So that's it. Then we back to the slide. Let me see. Okay, chart. Okay, green, continuous discrete. Continuous green pill, green color. Okay, save the file. Okay, I already mentioned two kind of file extension, TWB. Okay, every single file also include extract. You can see here. That's important here. Include extract external file. Okay, that's the key part. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the first overview about the interface or workspace, like Tableau desktop. So we have a very first-hand understanding about what the component or what the function that provided by the Tableau desktop. Okay. Then I think we go to this week's slide. Order of operation in Tableau. What is order operation? In computers, there are always, when you operate or process something, there's some kind of order. Which one comes first? Which one comes second? And which one comes the last? If I just take a look here, order operation in Tableau. Okay, order operation in Tableau called query pipe 9. What is pipe 9? Pipe 9 is a 9, right? It's a sequential, 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 1 by 9. It's a pipe 9. When we will produce some product, it's a production line, product by product, and transformed by the pi 9. Query, what is query? Do you remember this keyword? Query. Query, we have mentioned the Microsoft SQL Server using the SQL language. To query means to search, okay? To search, to get, okay? Query means to search, to get. We use the Tableau to get information, to extract information. In here we We call it query pipeline. Okay. Actions and also some in table of code operation. Some operation will do something. There's many kind of operation. Many operation apply filters. Then we build a view. The view here is a chart or is a pivot table, and we add filters to exclude or include some value. In table prep, do you remember we already used this kind of function? Does anybody remember? When we using the table prep to clean out data, to transform data, we already do some kind of filter. Rika, do you remember? What kind of filter you use in table prep? Yeah, some value we want to exclude, especially empty record. We don't want to go to the next process. We exclude it. Remember, this kind of filter, right? Usually in the stage of the transformation, sometimes we skip some record or exclude some record. It also the function of filter. We exclude or include. Yeah, you can select by yourself. As I mentioned, I want to show you how to use the filter in the Excel. It's very easy one. After you have this kind of experience, then you have basic understanding about the filter. So let me open my Excel file. Filter have a typical icon like a funnel. Can you see what is funnel? No, what is funnel? Funnel, right? Let me drag for you. Okay, here, one. Funnel something like this one. Yeah, this one. Right? You put many things here, right? Oh, you mean all the record here. Yeah, then you filter. Okay, you filter something out here. Not all the record. That's a funnel, right? This kind of icon. I believe they have seen this before. Yeah. Oh, no, let me open. Okay. Okay, can you see the icon here? This one is funnel. This one also is filter. Okay, let me apply this function, but I have to import some data. So let me open data. Okay, how about this one? Okay. Okay, this is a book. It's a book data that I prepare for you as a third data set. You maybe can use this data set to prepare your final term project. Okay. If I want to filter the movie title, hence, if I want to filter the movie title, apply the funnel icon. Click here. Right? Then click here. Yeah. Then you can small icon here. Then you click here. Yeah. Then you can select. It will show all the value all the value. The default with the old value that have been selected. But if you want to skip all of them, only part of them, especially when I only want to see the 12th sum, I click this one. This one is only one condition. I include this one value in the output, but exclude the other value. I don't want to show other value. I just want to show the 12th sum. So I check this checkbox. Then click OK. Yeah, you can see the result. So this is the filter, just the same. Just the same in Tableau. Okay, let me switch to here. But in Tableau, the filter have more functionality than the Excel. Excel just okay, you just click the funnel icon, then you select the column you want to filter, right? Yeah, okay. Then the output will produce. But if you want to do some other kind of filter, maybe you have difficulty. Okay. So, but in the Tableau desktop, you can see here. Let me make it smaller. Can I make it smaller? No? Okay. Extract filter, data source filter. Okay, these two, the first two, filter, all about the input, all about input data, the input data. Okay, data file, data table, extract filter, data source filter. Usually we already know what is data source, right? We connect data from data source, right? We connect the data source. It connect the Excel file, connect the text file. But extract filter, extract means when we do the table prep, we save as hyperfile, right? The file hyperfile is the extract file. In the last week material, we have provided one hyperfile called US Airport. Do you remember? Yes. That one is hyperfile, also called extract file. But how to do the extract file? I will show you. Extract file filter. And the data source filter is easy, but I'll explain how to use it. Oh, even when you have in the Tableau Prep also have the data source filter, but I do not explain it. So in this moment, I will explain what is data source filter. All about the data source. After you import the data or extract the data, then you do some visualization, then you have applied some filter. In here, for the first one is dimension. The 5 is measure. We already explained what is dimension and the measure, right? Okay, but the context filter is a little bit complex. It's a little bit complex. But after I demo the text filter, then you have better understanding. When will you use this kind of context filter to do the visualization? Okay. In table calculation, okay, you can see here, CALC calculation, just like a calculated field. We already do many times in Tableau Prep. Okay. We do the calculation usually is row label, record label, right? Each row, each record, we do the calculation. But in the Tableau desktop, we also do table calculation. After you aggregate the information into a pivot table, then we can do the calculation. It's called calculation. Table calculation also can apply the filter. Okay. But I think we will discuss this kind of function in the near future. Using filter means to keep or exclude the value, just you see in the Excel. The first one using the extract filter. Okay. Let's do it together. Then you know what is extract filter. So please open your Tableau desktop. Okay, open a new one. Okay, this is the brand new. It's empty, right? Empty workbook. Are you ready? Rika? Still okay, still loading your Tableau desktop. Who is still waiting? Except Rika. Are you okay? You ready now? Okay, Archie, ready? Okay, hands. Okay, Pranay. Okay, hands. Okay. So you click the button data source. Yeah. Okay. So we can connect the data. You can use the traditional way, but I will show you the other way. Use the file manager. Okay, just select the file. We have do the ETL process. We have create all region. As you remember, we could create all region CSV file, right? So in your desktop, do you have this file origin, right? Okay, so drag this file in here. Okay. So you can see the file at the left hand side. Don't worry, there are many files that doesn't bother you at all because I already dragged the old region file here, so will show up in here. Okay. So the top pane here is the data model, right? We have shown you how to build the data model using the old list data file in the last week. So in the top pane, we build the data model. Below the top pane in the bottom here is the data grid. Data grid is similar to the table prep, right? It's similar to the table prep. So far, does anybody have any question or problem? No? Okay, good. Click the sheet 1. Click the sheet 1. Okay. Before we do the extract filter, please drag the region into row shape. You can see here. We have 4 regions, right? Central, East, South, and West. We already do this transformation. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to extract filter. Only focus on the central. Only extra central. We connect the data source is include all region, right? The 4 region already here, but we want to extract to save another file as a hyper file. Any question? Hands. What's wrong? Do not have the origin file.
She has now.
Okay. Okay. We already dragged the region into the row shape. So you can see the 4 region in the canvas here, so the next one is we want to extract this data and save as a hyperfile or extract file only the region data we want to keep. So we want to keep the region the central region data. Okay. How do we do that? You can see here. Right click your mouse at the origin. Let me show you again. Right click your mouse. Okay, do you see the menu here? Okay. Then you can see a function called extract data, right? Anybody? Okay, click it. It will pop up a window. Okay, this we want to do some filter, apply some filter. You can see here, so far the filter is empty. We want to add filter, so please add button. Right? Then we'll show up all the columns, okay, in the data source. Because we want to focus on or narrow down the data only the central region. So we should select the column name called region. Region, we select the region. Okay, here, right? Click the region column. Okay? No problem. Click OK. Pop up another window, small window. This time, please, there are 4 checkboxes. Only click the first one. Only we want to keep the central data, exclude the other 3. Okay? Then click OK. Okay? Then the button, there's called extract. Click extract. Then save your file name. You can save the file name. You can set is central, right? You can see here, the file extension will be the hyper. Right? So it's data extract, then save. Okay. Do you see something happen? In the canvas, we have 4 regions, but now we only 1 region, central region. Okay. If you create another new one, you open it, not open, you create a new one, please. File, new one. Okay, it's a new one, right? It's the workbook 3, right? It's a new one. Then use the file manager to see. We have created a central, right? You can see the one. You can see the icon is Tableau. Okay, let's finish this one. Okay, you can drag central file here. You can see extract, right? You can see the name extract, and the extract this extract file. And in the connection, you can see here central. You click the sheet 1. You also can drag the region to the row shape. Then only central. See, okay, this is the first one called extract filter. Okay, you would still have question, you can try to do it again. Extract file to save it. Okay, so I suggest you to practice another one. You can save maybe called the west region. You can save west region, or maybe 2 west and east region, 2 region to the hyperfile. Okay, and try to do it. Take a practice, and we also take a break. Hello, dear James. You online attend our class, so I suggest do the same activity. If you have question, please let me know.